Hey guys, it's the old man here, back with another video. So this is a continuation of the cards that I have collected for you and made statistics for you that have proved their weight in gold and have had more than 70% win rate throughout my challenge, even though that I was an underdog and I had a disadvantage in levels and no legendaries. These cards have proven their weight in gold and have performed exceptionally well. Some cards I expected already to perform really well, and some cards I did not expect. So without further ado, let's get to that video. Alright guys, so for this video we're going to talk about the water splinter. So for the water splinter, guys, there's two ways of going about it. But when I was building my deck to make the water splinter, and then before the challenge even started, I made up my mind. If I wanted to go water, I will not go magic, because most of the people are expecting, if you're playing water, they're expecting to go magic. It's definitely magic is strong, but I did not go that route. So I went with the melee route, which surprisingly, guys, have had huge success. With that extra melee from the Demented Shark and sometimes the Daria having +2 melee attack sometimes, it is dangerous. And this splinter have proved me that water melee is definitely something that you should consider if you want that high percentage win rates. And I'm going to talk about these cards from top to bottom randomly, they're not ranged by best or weakest. They're all really good. That's why they have made it to my list today. Alright, so for the first row we actually have the Saber Shark, guys. The Saber Shark have performed really well. I did not expect it. Well, let's say I did expect it, because it's an awesome sneak that has 2 attack to start off with 3 mana. Most of the sneaks start off with 1 attack, but this sneak actually starts off with 2 attack. You can compare this to the Uraeus, even though the Uraeus has +1 shield. This doesn't, but sometimes you just want to protect this card. It's gonna do huge damage to the opposing team, which this card, that's why it actually made it to the list with more than 70% win rate. So this card is definitely something to consider as well. Alright guys, for the next row we actually have the Sea Monster. The Sea Monster is definitely a card that I used only in poison games. Only in poison games, because I played this card with the Kelp Initiate, and the Sea Monster, the Kelp Initiate is only 10 mana, and if you play the Zia, which is a 2 mana summoner, that's a 12 mana. In 12 mana games in a poison game, this had 100% win rate. 100% win rate, guys. 100% win rate. Not many games though, only 9 games, but 100% win rate. So that's why I included it in this video, because 100% win rate in 9 games is definitely not something to take lightly, especially with the cleanse. When you cleanse it, it's not going to be poisoned ever. So this card is definitely strong in poison games. Put it in the first position, put the Kelp Initiate behind it, and just win the game. As simple as that. Alright, so the next card in this list is actually the Feasting Seaweed. The Feasting Seaweed is one speed, and it has opportunity. And having a 1 speed opportunity monster is definitely something really gonna help you a lot in reverse speed games. I've already talked about this in my previous videos, but yeah, this is a card that actually have helped me a lot in reverse speed games and have performed really well as well. Alright, for the next row it is kind of loaded. So Wave Runner, Demented Shark, and Pellicor Bandit. These three cards are really, really, really strong together. Whether you want to put the Demented Shark as the first position, Wave Runner second position, it doesn't matter. Even if you want to put this card as the second position with like a tank in the first position, this guy's third position, it's really good. Like going the melee with Demented Shark is a must. It is why you want to go melee in the first place. So this card, I think it is exceptionally have performed really well. I did not expect melee. In general, I did not expect melee to be this strong, but it is one of my highest win rates in all the splinters actually, especially if I go with the dragon Daria into water. That's plus 2 melee attack boost to all my monsters, which is just illegal. If you have watched my videos during my challenge, you will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, these three cards are definitely amazing. Alright, for the next row, guys, we actually have the electric eels. The speed on it is really good. 4 speed. It's gonna attack most of the time like first, and it's really good to have that attack. If you're boosting that attack by 1, by 2, it's definitely strong. So there's another card that have surprised me, and it is the water elemental in those poison games that I was talking about. So if it's a 12 mana game, you'd only go with sea monster and the kelp initiate, but that's 12. If you have 5 more mana to spend, you want to use the elemental, because it's gonna keep on healing himself on poison games, and it's just gonna keep on attacking as well. It's not gonna die from poison, and it's gonna keep on attacking. So this card, actually, that's the reason why it made it to the list, because of the high win rate, and I've actually had 100% win rate also this card as well. Not many games, but yeah. That's why I've included it to this list. Alright, let's move to the next row, and in this next row we have the Serpent of Health, guys. This card is an amazing tank if you're expecting to go against ranged and melee. But don't use this card if you're going against magic. You don't want to do that unless you don't have an option and you want to go join it with Vortis, right? Vortis is the next card that actually had more than 70% win rate in this challenge, and this card I really recommend it. Doing -1 attack, magic attack to monsters is exceptionally really gonna boost your win rate up if you play it correctly, right? So these cards are really have helped me a lot during my challenge. Zia is the card that I have paired up with the sea monster, so it also had 100% win rate in my challenge. The sea monster and the kelp initiate in 12 mana games or 15 mana games as well, and this is just a really good card, and it's an epic, so it's good. You need to use it in a bronze level so it can boost the kelp initiate. It's a rare, so it's gonna boost him 1 level up, so you can get that cleanse as well. So that's why I not almost all the time, if I'm playing Zia, I go with the kelp initiate and the sea monster to get that free win in poison games. Alright, for the next row we have the tori hilo. The tori hilo has definitely proven to be strong. I've used it against magic, used it against melee, used it against range. It just keeps on performing. This card is really good, a really good body in high mana games, and in lower mana games you kind of don't want to use it. Just 9 mana is not gonna be useful in low mana games. You want to use other low mana high efficient monsters, right? So yeah, that was the whole reason to use tori hilo, is because of Vortis, and then tori hilo would never worry about dying most of the time he's not getting damaged at all, which is just gonna give my team time to sneak attack them and kill their entire team before they can even do anything. All right, and as bonus for you guys, the Axe Master and the Lobster Damas together are these two cards have also proven their weight, guys. Lobster Damas, I've used it as a tank, first position, all like most of the time, most of my games. If I use Lobster Damas, I use it in the first position because of the shield. It just takes reduced damage from ranged and melee. Having it in first position is just gonna save you a lot of time for your team to start killing their monsters, right? So this card I think is beautiful. You should definitely keep on using it if you can. It's gonna help you a lot as well. And the Axe Master is just a monster card, guys. I love this card. It is just really strong in some situations. Like I love this card, and it has a high win rate in my runs, and I love this card. It's really strong. All right, guys. So that was the video for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Comment down below if you have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And guys, see you in the next one. Rawr.